Hi, I'm Mom. Welcome to Friends Drift In number 19.
For old-fashioned recipes and your gardening needs, while sipping on Kentucky bourbon. Sit right back in your big red hat. We're taking rural back from the urban. Listen to the stories where Kentucky is proud. Share the giggles with all of your friends. You all are tuned in to Friends Drifting.
Good morning. I'm Joyce.
I'm Charlie.
It's Friends Drift In, episode 19. Sweet 19. We're filming this on Memorial Day weekend. Charlie's been hard at it today.
It's been a busy day today. We've got some stuff done around the farm. We want to show you some grilling techniques here today. Your typical hot dogs and hamburgers, and a special dessert for you today from the grill.
Featuring Friends Drift In gourmet jam, of course.
Of course. You'll get 3 of them today.
So today, Charlie took my truck. The brakes had went out. He took my truck down, got it fixed, so I got brakes on my truck. And
serviced the Kubota tractor, changed all the oil filters, changed the oil.
That's the little tractor.
The little tractor, yeah. Changed all the fuel filters. Pretty good job today.
So the Kubota tractor we use down in the high tunnel, more to just kind of putter around with, move stuff, shuffle things, scrape ditches, do that type of thing. And what else happened while we were down here at Momma's?
The mechanics picked up the big tractor and we'll take it and get it fixed so we can get back to work. Put a new clutch in it this week.
Oh, that John Deere! When you don't have a John Deere and you're ready to plant, you're hurting. You're hurting bad.
You don't know how much you miss it till it's not there, do you?
You don't. So this week coming, when you see this, we will already have a show up in Winchester, Kentucky at Full Circle Market, and we're looking forward to it. By the time you will see it, it'll already have passed. But we're getting ready to get our regular crops out. We're going to get our beans out, which we talked about last week, and we're going to do some squash.
Beans, squash, winter squash, summer squash. Going to get our watermelons out. They're starting to run in the pots now. We got to get them in the ground.
And we don't usually sprout watermelons in the pot. I mean, that's just not something that we usually do. We've got Bradford watermelons, and those are an heirloom. They're really special, and we were a little worried.
Yeah, we didn't know if they were going to germinate or not. Neil said, let's sprout them out and see. So that works for me. So we got them out there, and they're already starting to run. And I mean, you're going to wait till you see these. These are 40-pound plus watermelons. Got these real dark green rind on them, a big thick rind.
Thick rind.
One of the sweetest watermelons you've ever had.
They originated down in South Carolina, and I mentioned before, it came from the Bradford family. And there is a history online about how the Bradford watermelon came to be in the watermelon wars. And I learned a lot of that from Roger Wynn. And then, of course, David Shields.
Yes.
David Shields, I've known David online for years and years and years. He is a food historian for kind of the South Carolina area. He's known for his, especially Carolina rice. There's a special rice that he works with. But I finally got to meet him at a grain conference last year at the University of Kentucky, and that was really a big thrill. David's written a lot of books, knows a lot about the history of South Carolina cuisine. I wish that we had someone here in Appalachia that knew as much about Appalachian cuisine as he does about South Carolina cuisine. But maybe when I retire in my old age, I can get around to doing some books myself. But I'm really excited about those watermelon. They are an heirloom. You know, we're very, very conscious of doing seed saving. Oh, and I got news the other day.
Okay.
Bill Best is going to have his seed swap.
Oh, nice.
The first Saturday in October. Bill usually does that in Berea, but as he's gotten older, his son Michael has taken over. So it's down, and I don't know exactly where in Tennessee, but it'll be the first Saturday in October. It's near Murfreesboro, but that's not exactly right. His son is a professor at one of the colleges, and it's near one of the colleges down there. But I'll get you more information on that. But the seedy friends all over the world are getting so excited because we haven't got to meet for so long because of COVID. So I'm really excited about that. So along with this video, we're going to do a little break and talk to Momma. And what we're going to talk to Mama about is a little bit more important than grilling and hot dogs and hamburgers. So let me take a break and get Mom reset. Are they ripe yet, Mom?
No.
How long you reckon they'll be?
I don't know, but I'm waiting. There's one that's slightly turning. Right there. It's just barely turning. But, yeah, they'll be good.
Was it you reckon it was worth covering them up with all that frost?
Yes.
Well,
yes,
look at me.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Joyce.
And I'm Momma.
We're Friends Drift In. This is Memorial Day when we are filming, Monday of Memorial Day. And Mom, it was good to be grilling.
Yeah.
It was a good meal.
Yes, it was.
Charlie made some, we're going to be showing some of that grilling footage, but Charlie made us some hamburgers and hot dogs, and it's traditionally the kickoff of the grilling season. But there's something more important about Memorial Day.
Okay.
What's important about Memorial Day is that we remember our veterans and those who have served. And I'd like for you to talk a little bit about your brothers. So tell me a little bit about Uncle Dallas. Where did he serve?
Well, he was in airplane, and he jumps out of an airplane. He was in the Air Force. And, he jumped out and shot a picture in the air and got some money for it.
Who was on that picture? You remember? Mussolini.
Oh, yes, that's right.
It was a picture of Mussolini that he shot during his training that he ripped up. Now, what about Uncle Clifford? Where did he serve?
He was in China Sea.
He was in the China Sea. Now, he was Navy, right?
Navy.
And Uncle Dallas was Air Force? Or was he he was a paratrooper? Paratrooper. I'm not familiar enough with that. Now, what about my daddy?
He was in the Navy.
How sharp did he look in his white Navy whites? Did he look pretty good? I'm here, so I reckon he did. He must have looked pretty good.
Well, you're here.
Now, I had an Uncle Frank. That's your sister's husband. He's passed on now, but he served Army.
Yeah.
Now, where did he serve? They were stationed in Seattle.
Yeah. I don't think he went.
He didn't. He was blessed not to go overseas.
Yeah.
He was blessed not to go overseas, but he served right during the Vietnam War. And of course, Charlie's family, they have a long history of service as well. Charlie's daddy served in the Army. He was stationed in Alaska for a while. He always swore that his hair fell out when he froze out when he went to Alaska. And then he saw Haile Selassie. I can't say that right. Haile Selassie. He saw him when he served. And then Brother Norbert, Charlie's brother, and our brother-in-law Guilford served and did see service in Vietnam. Norbert saw some pretty awful things. And we're still glad we've got him with us. He lives down in Georgia, and Guilford lives up the road from us, so we got him pretty close. But we have a long history, the Friends, the Pinsons, of military service. Now, we're not military brats. We didn't have a lot that were in the service for a long time, and I need to mention Aunt Alice and Aunt Lonnie. Aunt Alice and Aunt Lonnie served in the WAC, is that right? And the WAC stood for Women Air Corps. So I don't really know all their stories, but...
Charles and Henry served.
Come over here.
Uncle Charles and Uncle Henry. Uncle Charles and Uncle Henry served in the Marine Corps. Henry was in the South Pacific. Charles was younger, so he didn't serve overseas. And Robert Miser Sr., Bob's dad, was killed in World War II before Bob was born. So that's the reason we have Memorial Day.
That's the reason we have Memorial Day. So we are blessed to live in America. We're not ashamed of the red, white, and blue. You know, up the road from where I am right now, Charlie's great grandfather was one of the first to come into the Johns Creek area. And he was a Revolutionary War. I fought in the Revolutionary War, and Charlie's got all the papers on that. But we have a long history of being proud of America, and we don't care about your politics. We don't.
No.
We always pick our friends by what we have in common. But we stand behind the red, white, and blue, and it's a week late, but we're sending out greetings to all the veterans and all the people that have served, and all the families that have people that are serving, and all the families that have lost veterans. Because while Memorial Day is a great celebration, the arrival of summer in Appalachia, we have waited so long to have summer in Appalachia and get the green, the green leaves and the sunshine. But the bigger picture is that we remember those that had served.
This is the marker for Thomas Pinson, the first of the Pinsons to come into Pike County. He brought his 7 children, I think, into Pike County in 1795, and he served in the Revolutionary War. You can see he's also we've got a marker here, Revolutionary War Patriot, and also Sons of the American Revolution. So, Thomas, again, the first Pinson to settle in Pike County, and his family ended up getting a big chunk of Lower Johns Creek where we live at now. I think there were 6 of them that settled down on this side. Try to let this sit in the window for a couple days and try to soften up a little bit, because this is not really a tomato straight out of our garden. They say fresh tomato from the grocery store, they say. Beefsteak tomato. Good size for burgers though. 1 tomato is all you'll need per burger. And let's see, just a nice piece off. Watch your fingers always. And we'll put that on the plate with our other pieces. And there you go. Getting ready to put our burgers on. You want to let your coals get to where they're white hot. Give you good heat. We're going to hit, you'll hear that sizzle when they hit. I'm just going to use my fingers for the rest of them. Get them all on there right above the heat. You got to watch it, because now they can flare up with you right now with this heat. But these should be pretty good. These are a 75-25 hamburger.
How much did we pay for those, Charlie?
These are $3.50.
For how many pounds?
Or $2.99 a pound.
There you go.
That grease comes out, they start to cook the fire up. This is our second application of the seasoning, so we'll make sure you get that fresh flavor right at the end. This is a mixture of salt, pepper, cayenne pepper, and garlic powder. Granulated garlic is what we like to use. So that may be something you'll see on Friends Drift in eventually too, is our spice mixes.
Now,
we like our buns toasted. You know, put them on the grill, just leave them on there for just a second, and you'll get a toasted bun on the end. And we'll throw these burgers on there. We'll throw some cheese on a couple of them here in just a moment. We'll get you some video of that here in a moment. You got to watch quickly, because that's still pretty warm until you get the color that you want. See the getting the real marks on them right now. If you can have cheese, we like cheese, Joyce and I do, and mother-in-law doesn't like cheese, so these last three will have cheese on them. There you go. Good color on those buns. Put the cheese on the burgers. Now I'm going to, when she's done here for a second, I'm going to put the lid down. The reason I do that is that helps recirculate that heat around that cheese, makes it melt a little bit more evenly and a little bit faster. When you're doing that at home in a pan, you can take a lid and put over your pan, and that will take all that moisture and all that heat, make it almost like a convection oven around your meat and your cheese and help it melt a lot faster. Let's see. As you can see, that one on the backside is melting pretty quickly. Now this is a real cheese, this is a real cheddar cheese, so it takes a little bit more to melt it than it does when you get the processed cheeses like the American cheese that you get on a lot of your burgers. Tomato jam on them, and that'll be a really nice compliment. Instead of a ketchup, it'll be one of our own. You can order off of friendsthriftinn.com. Okay, getting ready to put the tomato jam on the burgers. As you can see, this is on the cheeseburgers. This is a cross between a ketchup and a barbecue sauce. Got a lot of different spice to it. Gives it a lot of extra flavor. Really good on any of your meats. That's on just a plain hamburger.
I like it on eggs.
Yeah, we like it on eggs. We like it on just about anything.
Meatloaf.
Yeah, really good in meatloaf, on meatloaf, and mix it into the meatloaf itself. So, and now we're getting ready to dress our burgers. We're going to start with the onion. This is a really nice red onion that we found. And we'll put a slice of those on each one of those burgers. You saw me slicing those up earlier. And we'll get a little bit of that got. And now these are a big beefsteak tomato. Well, I didn't do a very good job there, did I? Put that one on there. And there's 2, 3. And I'll put a little more on that one. What do you think? There you go. We got some pickles. Anybody wants pickles? Get some pickles out of here. These are those really nice big pickles. We'll put a couple on each one of these, except for the one for Joyce. She doesn't want pickles on hers, she said. But there you go. Now we'll put the top on the burgers. You said the lid on, I put the lid on. And there you go. We'll do the hot dogs here in a few moments. Alright, now we're going to go with the all beef hot dogs, and these are Nathan's. We just happen to be the brand we have today. We'll throw those right there. Those are all bun length hot dogs, which is nice. You don't see that very much, do you? And now hot dogs won't take long. The coals have gotten really white now, so they're going to cook a little slower. And that's good with hot dogs because hot dogs go really quick. Take the buns. I think we'll go ahead and put the buns on there now and get them browned up too. We're going to do 2 buns today. Joyce's mother said she didn't want a hot dog, but we're going to have one anyway. And we'll put the rest of those up for snacking and for lunch tomorrow probably. Get my tongs here. And see, we'll start getting a little bit of colored marks on it. I like mine pretty well done, don't you? So we'll wait till they get a little bit of a blister look on them. These buns, we need to keep an eye on them because they will brown quickly, and make sure they get over the heat evenly. I can feel them already toasting in there now. So a toasty warm hot dog and a toasty warm bun. And when these start cooking, it won't take long. Just keep moving them around. Make sure once they get going, they get the grill marks all the way around. Get them all right back over the heat of the flames there, or the fire, not the flames. There's no flames in it right now. We've got it completely down to a white coal, which is a little more even heat, and you can see the buns are starting to get some color to them, so we'll pull them off. Those the tops of them are already going to be brown. Show you those too. Put those up. We're going to put some of our peach habanero jam on there here in a few minutes. Really good on a hot dog. Gives you a little bit of that heat to go along with that savory flavor of the hot dogs. You see them start to sizzle. That means they're starting to get the heat. Now you're starting to get that color and grill marks. Move them over in 2 rows because it looks like the hotter spot might be right in the middle there, where most of the coals are. Get in there, warm all the way through. Start to see that juice start rolling out, and that's causing the flames to kind of pop back up a little bit. Be careful, chasing all over the grill. Now, some people would think they're ready now, but I like them a little bit more. I like a little blister on them. This one's getting close. You see the moisture coming out of them. It shows that they're being heated all the way through. When that moisture starts to pop out, it's kind of boiling them from the inside out, I guess you would say. Changing the color of the cake. Well, these are actually skinless. There is no casing on these. So. And this is where you get to the point where it's everybody's particular, what their opinion on a good hot dog is. I mean, I could even go for what they call the rippers, where you drop them in a deep fryer and they just split in 2 or 3 different places. I mean, those are really good to me when you get them all the way through and you get them hot all the way through the middle. Now, when I'm on the grill, I like to see them like this. You start to see them blister on the sides. Looks about right, don't it? You want to go? Okay. So we'll take one. Take this, we'll put it on a bun for you. And you'll notice, like I say, those bun length hot dogs are nice because they go all the way to the end of the bun. All right, now we're going to put a little bit of our peach habanero on there. Just drizzle it across the top, and it should kind of melt a little bit with that heat of that hot dog in there as well. There's one. And we'll put some on the other one over here. You put as much as you want, but now you know you're getting some extra heat. This has got a, of course, obviously peach habanero. It's got a pretty warm heat to it. Now, I like a little bit of onions on mine, so we'll sprinkle a few of those red onions that we chopped up a while ago. And give that one there, and a few over here on this one. And as they say, voila! And now we're going to try to slice our peaches. Well, that one went all the way through the seed. That's pretty interesting. That never happens, does it? So we'll try to get down to the core and then just kind of twist it off like I'm going to do on this one. And we go all the way around, and when you get done, you take your peach and you just kind of, well, you try to twist it. That's not a cling-free peach, not a cling-free seed, is it? So let's see.
I think this was a white peach.
Well, there, it got close. That's close. Get the seed out of it. That one, we got about 3 of them here. We'll go ahead and do these, and we're going to grill these up. And when we flip them, we're going to grill the face and the open part first, and then we will come back. Well, again, if these were a clean peach or clean free peach, it might have been easier. I'm not trying to make them pretty as we can. This one's going to be not as pretty as I like them to be, but you know, it is what it is, as we say. That out of there. Now we got to get this this first one. That one's gonna turn out pretty, isn't it? You know, we really worry about the looks of our food because you eat with your eyes as much as you eat with your taste buds in your mouth. All right, now we're gonna put them down. We'll put the first part down, we'll put them face down. Well, cut side down, I guess I should say. And we'll just close our grill up and let those stew for a few minutes while we get our jam and bring it back over. And then when I flip them over, I'm gonna put that jam down there, let it melt and kind of get in there as well on top to give them some extra flavor, more of that peachy, sugary flavor. The peach cobbler jam has brown sugar, it has different other flavors in it. It makes it, just amplifies the peach taste in it.
Bourbon in it.
And it also has bourbon in it, exactly. That's why it's called Peach Bourbon Jam at Friends Drift Inn. Sure you want all that on film? As you see, they do seal well. These are made in a commercial kitchen in a really clean environment. So we're also licensed to sell them anywhere in the country. We're federally licensed, but this is our bourbon peach cobbler jam. Peaches, bourbon, brown sugar, and other spices in this one make it taste a lot like the peach cobbler that your grandmother used to make. Now we'll take a look and set this here. We'll go check those peaches again and see if they are getting the color we want to them. And also, if you get a hard peach, this will soften them up some, make them a little easier to eat. Getting some color, but not exactly where I want them to be yet. I would like to have them, they're getting there though. You're seeing some grill marks coming onto them. See the steam coming off them where they're getting hot. You want them to get hot, so when you put the peach cobbler jam in it, turn these over, and as you see now, they've gotten some color to them. Some of them will have more color than others. See the blackened edges on them? That's what we want to see. This one right here is going to be, oh, that one's really nice right there. These over here. And you see how soft they're getting by getting that extra heat into them. One of these right in that hole where the seed came out. Maybe, if it'll let go. Close this up and let that heat, just like we did with the cheese earlier, let that heat come in and kind of melt all that down. And remember, you can get bourbon peach cobbler jam at friendsdriftinn.com. All right, now we're going to pull them off the grill and plate them. Oh yeah, look at that bubble coming up off of those. Start to spread out a little bit. Be a nice warm dessert coming here. Of course, we're outside for a picnic today, so we're using paper plates. You can get fancier, and you can see the skin just falling off of these peaches. Oh, I knew it would happen. Never fails. That peach just didn't hold together for me. That right there is probably the prettiest right there. Got the color that we want on it and the nice sheen of the peach jam.